Welcome to the Stephan Show. What's going on?
What's going on, Graham? How are you?
Better than I deserve. How can I help you today?
All right. So, so I'm an 18-year-old about to graduate high school here in a couple of days. I've been working at my job now since December, making a pretty decent amount for my age group, just above $13 an hour.
Okay.
So pretty much a little bit of backstory about myself. I've always been on that entrepreneurial mindset. Always been about working and trying to save money early and get on top of the game. So been working ever since I could, ever since about eighth grade, part time until this year. Got going with my full time job here in December, and pretty much gonna work there for all through the winter, and then just at the beginning of April, the vice president of my company actually sat me down and offered me a sales position, which is something that I was originally planning on going to college or university to get a degree for. And that's something that kind of blew me away. I was kind of shook by that, but I was excited at the opportunity to learn from someone who pretty much just was offering to put me 6 years ahead, basically, and give me the opportunity kind of into the career that I was looking for way earlier than I expected.
Take it.
So that
Why? Okay, so I think everyone knows here, I'm not a fan of college. I never went to
yeah.
college. I think it's a waste of time. Let's explore the college route really quick. If you went to college, what would you do and how much money would you spend? Let's explore
Well,
that. Let's pretend for a second. You go to college, what happens?
that's the thing. If I was originally planning to go, all that would be coming out of my own pocket. So I'd have to take out loans to end up having to pay for that all myself down the road, and I'd be going for just to satisfy the norm of going to college, and just to get a business degree to have something to fall back on, maybe like a marketing degree. But again, that doesn't exactly stand out like it used to.
Okay, so now let's assume you went to college. Even let's assume you went to a community college for 2 years. You transferred. You were really good. Then what do you do after college? What do you want to do?
Then I'd be looking to start my own business, get into real estate, or just something. If at that point, the thing is that I'd be starting in the negative as opposed to now. So I'd be
Okay.
looking to try to repay that debt as soon as possible, as opposed to looking forward to make profits.
Okay.
I'd just be looking to repay my debt.
How much can you make right now with this new position?
Right now, I make just over 13.50 an hour, which is about 28,000 a year pre-tax.
Okay. And then what about with this new position?
With the new position, it's starting salary of 75 with commissions based on my sales, which range from anywhere of 8% based on inventory. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, this isn't even a question. Do not go to college. Do not, because you would just end up in debt, learning absolutely nothing, whereas right now is your chance to basically do what I did. That's what I did. I went straight into sales. I went straight into commission only, and that was the best decision I had ever made. Otherwise, if you go the college route, what's going to happen is that you're going to spend 4 years wasting your time in a classroom just to do what you could do right now. And you're going to get 4 years ahead of everyone else just by doing that. You're going to have 4 years extra of experience, 4 years extra of savings. You're going to do exactly what you want to do right now. There's no downside right now. Because even if you do this and you fail and you just decide after a year you're unemployed or something happens, the economy just completely crashes and an asteroid comes and hits the planet and everything goes to shit, you can always go back to college. If you really need to, I would absolutely go and work and enjoy it. And when are you going to turn 19?
I turned 19 in November.
Okay, so you're pretty much going to make more than I did back then. And I got so lucky and I sold like a $3.5 million house when I was 19. You're going to start off with that. That's huge. Just the fact that you could make that much money. You live with your parents right now, I take it, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. How long can you live with your parents for?
I could probably live with them for upwards of a year until I get this going. But they're going to want me to either start contributing to live here, or because we don't have that big of a place, or to move out on my own. So realistically, I'd be looking to move before I turn 19.
Okay. If you can, my recommendation is to live with your parents and even chip in some rent. I have a feeling, even if you pay a percentage of rent, I think that's going to still be cheaper than you going and renting your own place, because it's never just going and renting your own place. It's then, all the other amenities that go with that, and utilities and everything else. If you can stay with your parents a little bit longer, just for the sake of saving money and getting a little bit further ahead, I think even an extra year or 2 years of living with your parents and just banking as much as you can, I think that's worth the short-term sacrifice right now. Absolutely.
All right.
Because that
was going to cycle into my main question. Yeah, it was just because I'm excited to obviously have this kind of salary increase, this huge salary increase. I just want to know how to best, because I'm pretty good at managing my money right now, but I want to know how to best invest for the future.
I'll tell you the most important thing: do not spend it. Do not spend a single dollar of it. Nothing. Don't go and treat, like, I know I sound extreme when it comes to this. Don't go and start treating yourself to nice food. Don't go, unless it's like a business related expense where you're talking to a client or something like that. Think of everything just in terms of what can I do to save as much money as possible, and if I am going to spend money, how can I turn that into an investment? For instance, let's just say, you're dealing with clients. I do think it's important if you're in a sales position to dress somewhat nice. And I think it's important to have a presentable image. If you spend money on things that can make you more money, I'm all for it. Otherwise, I think for the next 3 years, just dedicate 3 years of making, let's call it $75,000 to $100,000 a year, saving all of it, and keep your expenses as though you're making $10 an hour. That's basically your budget right now. Live as though you're making $10 an hour. Save everything. Absolutely everything. If it were me, and again, this is just if it were me, I would spend 3 years. And basically, I'm just giving you like basically what I did. But because this is what I did, obviously. Save as much money as you can. 3 years. It's going to take 3 years. I saved 3.5 to 4 years. All my income. By the time I was done with that, I had about $200,000 when I was, I think, 21 and a half, almost 22 years old. I had about 200 grand saved up. I used all of that. I invested it back into real estate. And the money I made from those rental properties, buying them at the bottom of the market and fixing them up and renting them out, that income basically paid for the next few years of my lifestyle. That paid for all of it. And even to this day, I still keep my income based off what those rental properties generate. Now I've added on to that, obviously, but I keep my income basically at that level, to the point where now it doesn't matter. Like, all the extra money I make is gravy. You can do that right now too. If you just dedicate 3 years, save everything, and then reinvest it. In my opinion, what I would do is the first place you get, you should go and buy a place and basically live for free and just house hack it. You could go and buy like a duplex or a triplex, move in one of the units, rent out the others. You'll be living for free. You'll be able to so basically it's like you're living for almost nothing with your parents. You use up all of that money to then go and live for free when you go and buy a place. Continue saving all the money for the next few years. Go and get another place that you can rent out and do the same thing. And you can get, like, literally, just 10 years of dedicating yourself to this, you can retire. I really believe if you dedicate yourself to this for 10 years, you can retire in 10 years with over $1 million if you play the cards right. Even earning $100,000 a year, you can have $1 million in 10 years if you just save everything, invest all of it, and don't get sucked into spending this money on stupid shit. No clubs, no drinks, no expensive women, no fast cars, none of that, man. Like, because you're set. As long as you could just continue this income, everything else is in your control.
Yeah.
Don't mess this up. Do not mess this up, man.
Especially the real estate, because I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and that's the exciting thing about the real estate market in the area that I've been scoping it out for the past 5 to 6 months, and there's a whole lot of new developments and new things coming to the city, a lot of new buildings and things popping up, apartment complexes, a whole lot of new people, a lot of Chicago money's coming up here, so that's going to be driving the market in the right direction within the next couple years. So I'm hoping that like, this is like a good time to start saving up a bunch of money to be able to, like you said, buy that place in the next 3.5.
You got a credit card right now?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah, secured card.
Get another. When do you get the secured card?
Actually, just last month.
Okay, good. 6 months from now, put it in your calendar right now on your phone. 6 months from now, I want you to apply for either like a Bank of America Cash Rewards card or maybe get like a good Chase starter card. Get one of those. Get something. I would probably get the Bank of America Cash Rewards card. It's a very easy card to get. It's a very good card. 6 months from now, get that card. Build your credit at the same time that you're making all of this money. Oh, and then also, the next thing, I want you to go to mint.com tonight. Mint.com, make an account with them, and then start tracking your expenses.
Yeah, I've actually been doing that for the past month and a half.
Yes!
To try to figure out what I can actually live on, like basic.
Oh my God, that makes me so happy, man. So happy. You're doing everything right. It's basically now, you've got the pot of gold, just don't drop it. Just don't all you gotta do right now is just don't screw it up. That's it.
Yep.
Just don't mess up. Which is easy, which basically just watch where you spend your money. Nothing stupid. As long as you could resist doing anything stupid, you're gonna be so set, man. So set. Seriously, 30 is the age that I think you could retire. If you wanted to. And I hope you don't. I hope you just keep going because you enjoy it. But I really believe that you've got it, man. You've 100% got this.
That's the goal, man. I'm really excited for this opportunity. I've been hoping for an opportunity like this for a while, and just working, and going to high school. All the times of people going out and partying Friday nights when I'm working. That's when it pays off. When you get an opportunity like this, and that's when you realize that those things do pay off.
Dude, it's here's the thing. When those people are out partying right now, and I'm all for that. Like, I'm all for like living your life and having a great time. But I made the same sacrifices, and I look back and I regret absolutely nothing. Because a lot of those people that did waste their time play this insane amount of catch up. Whereas right now, you can get ahead decades by just getting this out of the way right now, early on, that can set you up for the rest of your life. So I'm honestly, I feel proud of you at this point. The fact that you've done all of this, you basically, I think you deserve it. So just do your best.
Taking a lot of that from me, man. I've been watching your videos for like 6 to 8 months. The credit card. Your first videos about secure credit cards is what got me to get one. I signed up for Discover A card before I watched the video.
Oh my God, man, that makes me so happy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That gets me all hyped up too. It's just hearing that, like, just seeing the stories that come from that. So I am thankful for that. So I really appreciate this, man. And keep me posted. I would love to get like an update like 6 months from now. We'll see how it's going.
Of course, man.
Cool. Well, awesome. Well, have a good night, man. And don't screw it up.
Definitely not. I'll definitely take your advice.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, man. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So guys, I realized we're editing the video and there's not an outro. I completely spaced on that. So anyway, all of this concept is brand new. A lot of this is a test to see if it's worth investing more time and more resources into doing this. So if you guys like these sort of videos, just comment down below, let me know your thoughts on this. I know the mic, by the way, is right on my face. I didn't realize that until we look back at it. My bad. A lot of this is gonna be improving, but if you like the general concept of it, you wanna see more, just let me know down below in the comment section. And as always, subscribe, smash the like button. Don't ever forget to smash the like button. Also add me on Instagram. I post it pretty much daily, so if you ever wanna be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. You know, I'll probably put it on the screen right here. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and until next time.